A man was shot, beaten, and then cut by a samurai sword back in February as two men tried to rob him in his apartment on Missoula's north side.
Now we're learning more about the incident through newly released court documents. Connor McCauley has the latest details.
Details from a February shooting that took place on Turner Court that left one man in the hospital have begun to emerge in court documents. Jamie Canada and Stephen Simpkins are each being charged with one felony count of accountability for robbery and one count of accountability for aggravated burglary. Simpkins and Canada have both been interviewed by the police and each accuses the other of actually shooting the victim. According to a police interview with both suspects, they went to the Turner Court apartments to rob one of its residents. It is unclear if the two suspects knew that the resident they had been robbing had been selling marijuana out of his apartment, but the victim told police in an interview that he had been. Once Simpkins and Canada burst into the apartment, they immediately ordered the resident to open a safe and give them all its contents. The victim was then punched in the back of the head and at one point was cut in the back of the leg by a sword that was located in the apartment to try and force the victim to open up his safe. The victim then tried to open the safe, but after he put in an incorrect password, Simpkins and Canada became angry and continued to beat the victim. According to an interview with police, the victim said at one point after he had attempted to get away from the two assailants, Canada told Simpkins, "Move so I can shoot him." The victim was then shot in the upper chest. And according to court documents, after Canada had fired the shot, both him and Simpkins ran from the apartment. Police had pursued some suggested leads by the victim and others, but it came away with nothing. Until MPD got a lead from someone saying that Simpkins had told him that he had been a part of the robbery. Simpkins then admitted to police in an interview that he had been a part of the robbery. Jamie Canada also admitted over the phone to detectives that he had been a part of the robbery. Simpkins is currently in Missoula County Jail and a warrant has been issued for Canada's arrest. MPD is actively pursuing him. In Missoula, Connor McCauley, MTN News.
Prosecutors saying that the two suspects were driven to the apartments by a woman who was interviewed by police and texted them later that Canada had been the shooter.